Good morning, everyone. And today we're going to look again at the Motability scheme. And it's a continuation from the last video I did about the Motability scheme within Northern Ireland and the fact that 1 and 2, or 50% of all new cars on Northern Ireland's roads, are through the Motability scheme. And that to me does seem to be very high. Too high, if you want my honest opinion. One would expect new car sales through the Motability scheme to be no more than 20% or 2 in 10. But as I just said, we're at 5 in 10 or 50%. Now, if we're at 50%, what that signifies is a combination of the bizarre and the unusual. Because if we reach the tipping point of 51% of new car sales within Northern Ireland, essentially what we have there are the government via the taxpayer being the major shareholder in new car sales. In other words, we have a de facto nationalised industry within the new car sales market. And that to me is bizarre, but that is the point that we have reached within Northern Ireland in terms of new vehicles on our roads. It has become a nationalised industry. When you reach 51%, and basically the taxpayer is funding that is basically a government-owned company. And that's what we've reached. I mean, just ponder that for a moment. I mean, that the government or the taxpayer is funding the majority of new car sales within Northern Ireland. That's somewhat incredible, if we're being perfectly honest. The second point is that I don't know the numbers, but I believe that Motability could supply them. They hide behind the fact that they're a private company and don't have to respond to freedom of information requests in many instances, but they are a private company in receipt of taxpayers' money. And it would be interesting to find out over the last 5 years the numbers of new cars through the Motability scheme within Northern Ireland and the breakdown of electric cars within those numbers. Because I don't believe that there's a great appetite for EVs within Northern Ireland for the average private buyer who's looking at a new car or a good second-hand one. They're quite expensive to buy new, although the price does drop like a stone. And they're very expensive to service at the dealership. And for parts, there's too many unknown variables. But I believe through the Motability scheme and taxpayers' money, electric cars are being inflated in terms of the numbers being sold. Basically, again, it's the taxpayer who is supporting EV uptake within Northern Ireland through the Motability scheme. Again, is that normal economics? I don't believe it is. But as usual, tell me what you think. I mean, I personally think that the Motability scheme is a good one and we must help those who are in genuine need. But the numbers seem high, and when you reach a tipping point of 51%, that should be setting up red flags and alarm bells going off. But I don't hear any one within the political class saying anything about this, and I think we need to. But as usual, tell me what you think, leave your comments, and I'll do my best to respond if and when I can. And see you on the next video.